Yesterday we devoted several minutes to the embarrassing story out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, involving the opportunity that has been given each and every member of the Green Bay Police Department to secure a very special badge, a Green Bay Packers Super Bowl champion badge. Should be demeaning, should be beneath them. These are the most important people out there, law enforcement. And we immediately, of course, thought of Carl Gerbschmidt and what his reaction might be to this whole badge nonsense, something that no other municipality would even consider doing. Mr. Gerbschmidt, thank you for joining the program.
Dan, shut up for a second, okay?
Well, what's wrong? What do you...
You shut up for a second, because I said when what's his name again that called, that works for you?
Jordan.
Yeah, when he called, and he said, yeah, Dan wants to talk, I said, well, that's good, because I want to talk to Dan, too.
About the badges?
Look, again, I'm talking, and yo, listen, okay? Here's how this works. The bottom line is, yesterday, you know where I was, Dan? I was in River Falls, okay? Why? Because I had a meeting there, okay? It was an important meeting of a lot of different DOT people.
Roadkill convention?
No, it was actually a company outing, okay? We had a paintball game, so just shut up. Doesn't matter why.
Was it road blow related?
No, it wasn't road blow. Look, I'm not done talking, and
all right,
you're just
sorry.
trying to interrupt me. I'm surprised anybody would be on your show at all.
I do interrupt a lot, don't I?
Okay, so what's happening?
What's the problem?
I'm over in the west part of the state quite frequently.
Yes.
And so here's the deal. I have stations I tune into. I want some talking, and then I expect to hear Sean Hannity. And what's on? Yeah, for God's sake! It's like you're on the radio in Wisconsin.
We're on FM now.
What crap is that?
What do you mean? What?
That's a bunch of crap. Why can't I'm calling FCC? Is what I'm going to do. I'm calling them up. I'm going to say, get this clown off Wisconsin radio. There should be like some electronic field or something. You're on the radio on the AM. I never.
We've always been on the radio into Wisconsin.
Yeah. If that's what you want to call it, but I didn't have because it was like.
Thanks a lot.
That's what it sounded like. Okay, and now it's like crystal clear. How annoying. It's just like they should put like electronic barrier or something up so it would prevent your stupid.
Hey, are you watching?
Off our air.
Are you watching via KFAN.com?
Am I watching what?
We got us because we got cameras. Because I'm smiling. If you were watching right now, you'd see me smiling broadly, Guardsy smiling broadly, an intern guy as well. Anything that annoys you, you've given us another reason why we should feel good about being on FM 100.3 in the Twin Cities.
Well, thank God your kid doesn't come in bareback. That's all.
Well, wait, how do you know?
Because I try on the way home. It went away, okay?
Yeah. Well,
so the fact of the matter is this: is I want all people in Wisconsin right now to write to FCC because that's the government agency that regulates broadcasting.
Wait a minute now.
We're aware of them.
Whoa! I thought you were one of those keep government out of our lives guy. I thought you were one of those guys.
That's important.
No, okay, I see. It all depends on whose ox is being gored, eh?
Whose what is doing what?
Ox is being gored. It's an old expression.
What?
Oh, my God. Oh, I love this.
That
so now,
some sort of a fruit reference.
So now you get you get us even when you don't want us. I love it.
No, that's annoying. Well, I don't have to. I'm not in the west part of the state that much unless I move back, but that would be bad. So I don't need that kind of. First of all, it's like it's like sports, and all this sports. It's like it's not even good. You don't even talk about good sports. It's like all you talk about is the stupid Vikings and the stupid Twins and I don't even know what the hell your hockey team is. It's Gophers and it's like why don't you talk about real sports? Let's talk about the Packers. I don't know if you've got
I
the
did talk about
yet over there, but we are the champions.
Well, I did talk about the Packers yesterday in this embarrassing.
That's not what you were talking about.
Well,
what you were talking about.
This embarrassing badge thing. That's. I mean, it's.
You should be holding that up as the standard of what a community is all about. That's what a community is, Dan. A community is proud of itself. When you're the world champions, which you'll never be. Not you, not the Vikings, not your beloved Chicago Bears. They're not going to ever be the champions, okay? So the fact of the matter is this, is if you're happy and you want to celebrate and you want to – there's too much negative crap in this world, mostly spewed by you and the media. And
honestly,
when something good happens in this world, it's something important and good.
Something good.
Everyone can feel good about. Everyone who's got a heart and a soul could feel good about. And you want to make it seem like it's a bad.
Well, it is. I mean, you Green Bay cop guy pulls over somebody for speeding. He gets out of his car and gonna flash his Packers Super Bowl badge. It's demeaning to the men and women in white in blue, I should say, or in green in your case. How about a cheese wedge next? You want them to put instead of the caps they wear? How about a cheese wedge on their heads?
Well, let's not be stupid, okay?
No, you draw the line there, eh?
Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just being stupid. It's like, this is why I don't want you coming across the border with your little broadcast.
You can't put up a wall. This isn't like, trying to keep aliens out of the country. You can't do it this way.
I'll figure it out.
You're gonna petition.
We'll figure something out.
The FCC, you're gonna petition them, huh?
I will do something. If I got to put like a blocking radar or something or some, I don't know, but it's annoying. It sounds annoying. It's like I can hear your voices and stuff.
You could always change the channel.
Well, of course you can, but it's annoying. You were talking about Green Bay, and I was getting mad. I was getting angry because you kind of got me worked up. So, but I was also PO'd yesterday. So what I don't see is how anyone in their right mind who is like sane or has a soul or a heart would think that's a bad thing. That's just like if you're from hell, it's a bad thing.
No, it's not. I don't understand why it's so difficult for you to occasionally get a slightly different viewpoint from the addled voices you are stuck with in the state of Wisconsin.
I'm not stuck with anything. I live here because I want to live here.
Did you get one of those? You got one of those silly badges, didn't you?
I might get one. Well, they're not available for the public, Dan. You have to be a police officer.
Of course you do. And how about the thing about...
I'm working on something if we can get the Wisconsin DOT to get that on all our IDs.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you...
That would be cool. I would love to have that. I bet you everybody in Wisconsin would love to have, like on the license or something like that. Why? Okay.
That's fine on the license. Go ahead and do it. It's so
foreign to you because you.
These are peace officers, law enforcement. There should be they.
Yeah, it's a proud profession.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
look up to when you're a kid. You look up to the police, and if your policeman's got a Green Bay Packet championship on this thing, then you look up to him more. You go, wow, I better listen to this guy.
So in other words, if the Packers go 6-10 this year.
You in your dreams.
Then they shouldn't respect the cops as much?
Well, don't be ridiculous. Number one, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. The Packers are not going 6-10.
How do you know?
Because they're not gonna. We're the champions. We're the bbest team in the league. Have you not read any periodical? Probably not. You just make it up as you go. The bottom line is that we're the best team in the league. We've been the best team in the league for years, and now we're the champions, and we're going to be the champions again. You know the dumbest thing about... A single game we're going to lose.
Well, here's the dumbest thing about the badge deal is that people are emailing me, again, fellow Wisconsin residents who apparently also can't escape the signal, who are now bitter, saying, and they go, you're misrepresenting that story. They're not required to. It's their choice. Are you out of your minds?
What kind of a commie wouldn't choose to do that?
Well,
I'd like to find the one guy who wouldn't want to do that.
You would find him, too.
You just proved my point. There is no choice. That's the point.
There's a choice, but why would you even want to? That's like saying, do you have a choice to keep breathing, I guess? You could plug stuff in your nose to keep yourself from breathing.
What if a guy, how about this possibility, okay? A guy has lived almost his entire life in, let's say, Minnesota. And at the age of, 40, and he's a cop. At the age of 40, he marries somebody from
a Minnesota cop
from Green Bay.
Yeah.
And the Green Bay gal says, I really want to spend more time with my family.
Well,
let's move there. And Minnesota cop guy says, out of respect for you, honey, that's what we're going to do. Yeah. And then Minnesota cop guy, though, is able to get a job in the Green Bay force to say, hey, we still need the money.
That's where I have to stop you.
What do you mean?
He's not getting a job.
Oh, my God. Why not?
Because he's from Minnesota. Why would we hire a guy like that?
What if he's a good cop?
We got plenty of qualified people here, Dan.
What if he's the
I
one
don't
of
know
the...
how the unemployment is where you are. I got plenty of qualified applicants. Okay?
What if he's Columbo?
Columbo's dead. I hate to break it to you.
Well, okay.
Okay, and plus, all of our cops have 2 working eyes.
Oh, my God.
That's a cheap shot.
That's just vicious, Carl. I thought that was beneath you.
Why?
But I'll ask, again...
You do know one of those eyes is fake, right?
Well, yes, I do. He had an accident.
It's a fake eye.
Well, yes, that happens sometimes, Carl.
But you don't get to be a cop in Green Bay if it does.
How do you know?
You can have whatever standards you want for your cops in Minnesota, but don't expect to come to Green Bay and get a job.
Honest to God.
But seriously, how can you? That's what's so maddening about you. Is you just don't get it.
No,
you people from Minnesota just don't understand. And that's again, we feel sorry for you. We do.
No, you don't.
No, well, you're right. Most of us don't, but I kind of do because I've had a lot of association with you.
Yeah.
I think deep down you're not terrible people, but I think you're kind of not real bright.
You're saying that of us?
Yeah, kind of. But
Yeah.
maybe you'll get better.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
don't have...
coming on is to help you kind of get a little better with your life. I
Well,
kind of look at this as public service.
And we consider it a public service to boost our signal and change it to a point where now.
Let's just see how that goes. Okay, let's just
So you're
see
gonna.
how it goes.
So you're on the record, 100,000 watt FM here in the Twin Cities, saying basically hinting at sabotage.
No, why would I do that?
Well, he just
There's
said.
lots of ways to handle things, Dan.
Yeah. Well, what is that supposed to mean?
I don't think you're supposed to be a smart guy.
Is this what you told the Packers before the Dan Devine's dog got knocked off?
I don't know anything about Dan Devine's dog being knocked off. I just know it happened.
What about your daughter's football coach getting run out of town?
Right.
I didn't know I ran him out of town. He moved on his own. Because there's road construction in front of his house for a year. He went after his own volition.
I wonder how that happened.
Look, when the roads are broke, Dan, you got to fix them.
For a year? It takes a year to fix them in front of his house?
Well, it's not like, I don't know how the budgets work in Minnesota, but we don't have unlimited funds. It takes a while.
It just so happened in front of his house.
Well, I'm sure he's really enjoying himself in lacrosse.
All right. By the way, is she still playing or did she graduate? I can't remember.
She's starting this year for the varsity.
Funny. So this coach has got it figured out, right? Basically, bow down, kowtow to the Gerbschmidt family.
No, this coach wants to win. This coach recognizes true excellence out of a really superior player. My kid can bring it. I suggest that someday you get a football team over there that can bring it. Then you would know what it's like. But you don't. You have your little Vikings, and you're going to be like 3-13.
The name?
You're going to move to Los Angeles.
Donovan McNabb.
Are we going to have to listen to a bunch of stadium talk now in Wisconsin about your pathetic little stadium?
Does the name Donovan McNabb ring a bell?
Yeah, I remember him back from the 80s when he was good.
I got to go.
Yeah, you do. Don't come to Wisconsin.
Carl Gerbschmidt. I love it. Now he can get us.
We
now he can't avoid us.
No.
That's the beauty of it. Basically saying he's going to find a way to sabotage the signal. That's basically what he said.
If you read between the lines, which you have to, he's very cryptic sometimes.
You can't really make up. And as